Talkin' Country.
You're listening to Talkin' Country with Paul Taylor.
Hi, welcome to my channel, Talking Country, where we'll be chatting to the stars of country music from around the world, whether it's in Nashville, Australia, UK, Ireland. You'll get it here first. If you like us, subscribe and give us the big thumbs up. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Your things, say you're sorry it's come to this. You can swear that you never knew leaving me would be this hard to do. You can say this is breaking your heart, but you have got the easy part. You just put one foot in front of the other, keep on walking till you're through that door. Pull your car out of the driveway, put the pedal to the floor. And if you have been thinking leaving's the hardest thing you know, oh darling, try watching you go. Don't think for a minute that you're fooling me. You're not sad, you just feel guilty. Looking forward to finding freedom, though I hate to see you leave. I would gladly trade places with you, and I would love to be in your shoes. 'Cause you put one foot in front of the other, keep on walking till you're through that door. Throw your car out of the driveway, put the pedal to the floor. And if you have been thinking leaving's the hardest thing you know, oh darling, try watching you go. You say you never wanna hurt me, that's the last thing you'll do. When you put one foot in front of the other, keep on walking till you're through that door. Pull your car out of the driveway, put the pedal to the floor. And if you have been thinking leaving's the hardest thing you know, oh darling, try watching you go. Oh darling, try watching you go.
Well, that was a brilliant single from Chris Raddings called Watching You Go. And my mate Chris Raddings is on the line all the way from Harrogate in Yorkshire. How you doing, mate?
I'm all right, Paul, my mate. Nice to hear you.
Yeah, I've not seen you for ages.
I've been hiding away. Well, we're probably, like you say, we're probably hiding away anyway most of the time.
You've been self-isolating since your teens, I think.
That's it, yeah. Oh, just ticking over, trying to practice again and remember what songs I know.
Yeah, but that album, mate, that is a fantastic album, Watching You Go. I mean, like you said, you've got so many songs off there and people still play it to this day, don't they?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, that actual song, Watching You Go, I get asked for that a lot.
some people think I wrote that, but I didn't. It came from BMG Sony for us to demo in mid-90s. That's where that came from. And the only credit on it is just in brackets Kreiner from Old Tape. I learnt it from.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't know who Kreiner was. I often wondered if it were that Bobby Kreiner. Do you remember that? There were a woman singer many moons ago.
Well, one of the things, certainly since doing this show, I've found out a lot. We're talking to songwriters, and they're trying to get demo singers to so they can, if they're not singers themselves or not, can't hold a tune in a bucket. One fella said to me, but that's what they need is get somebody out to sing it, decent vocals, get it out, and some of these artists, I mean, like Trisha Yearwood was doing that way back for people like Ed Hill, who wrote Be My Baby Tonight, and people like that. And it's amazing. It's that side of the business that I'm just getting to find out a lot more about, to be fair, Chris. Did you get asked to do a lot of them? Or
what, sing on other people?
Like demo stuff?
It was ages ago. It was that guy from Liverpool, a lad called Dave Roylance.
Dave Roylance,
Brookside.
Yeah,
wrote the Brookside theme or part of it. And he did the Shake and Vac advert, apparently.
David Owens, the steel player.
Dave. He was called Dave Roylance.
Oh, Roylance. Right. Sorry.
Well, like a producer in Liverpool, and he were at Par Studios. He persuaded Sony BMG to give some British guys a go. So it was Ethan. It was actually Ethan Allen originally who were going to be singing them all.
Yeah.
But then I think they offered him, to have a go in his own right. And then he came across me, he'd seen me singing, and he says, "Oh, can you come and have a go at singing him, Chris?" And that was that.
Well, I must admit, I mean, you like I say, you're well respected throughout the country, and the voice is one of the best country voices in the UK, my honest opinion. And I've got a PayPal account if you want to pay for it.
I'm going to say, how very lovely of you. How very lovely.
Well, I've shared the stage with you on a few occasions, haven't I? And which was always good fun. And apart from me looking at watching, we've got 10 minutes to go. We haven't even practiced yet, but that was quite fun. See to your pants stuff. But no, I mean, one of the great things is you've adapted as you've gone along, haven't you? I mean, how long have you been singing now?
Like half my life now, 28 years now. You'll be similar, won't you, Paul? I think.
Probably 22 years, something like that.
Right.
But you've had like bands like Vaquero and people like that, haven't you? I mean, how did it all start? Let's go back to the young Chris Raddings then. And what was that light bulb moment where you said, right, I like this, and I'm all right with this singing malarkey? Was it at school or?
Well, I used to like singing at school and in assembly and stuff like that. And we had a little bit of a school what do you call it, talent competition once. This is a bit middle school, and I sung Annie's song. I sung Annie's song of all things.
Wow.
Because I like that, and I come joint first with some guy that read a poem.
some dog tricks, some dog coming up.
But I just always liked singing. I just always liked music and that, watching Top of Pops on a Thursday night and all that. It was just great, wasn't it?
But when was that sort of moment when somebody said, "Why don't you have a go at this?" And the first paid gig that you sort of did?
The first one, I used to play a bit of guitar with some other lads from school and that, but I were quite, didn't have a lot of confidence really to sing. But then when sort of like mid-80s, I'd been into country before, but then when it got a resurgence with new country in mid-80s, it really sort of struck a chord with me again. And I used to sing along to Steve Earle and stuff like that. So I just think, you don't sound so bad, really.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing some other acts, I've been going to some at country clubs and just thought, well, I'm sure I sound as though I can sing as well as them, and I won't show myself up, and then just start giving it a go.
Yeah, it's good because you have this laid back sort of attitude, but also dry wit. I think always goes down well. You know, I don't think down south might, because I've noticed down south when I've been trying to told them a few jokes, and they sort of like look at you and go, I said, "Is this mic on? Is this mic on?" You know, they don't get the Lancashire or the Yorkshire accent, do they? They're like, "Hello."
Yeah, well, you're a bit of a dry wit man yourself, aren't you? But I've kind of, like I say, I've adapted and made it a little bit more user friendly, I suppose, for want of an expression.
No, but it's a likable lad. I mean, I think that's that's a nice thing to sum you up. You're a likable lad, but extremely talented, and I think that's gone far. Where people say, "Oh, Chris is on it." Oh, yeah, because you always know you're in for a good night, don't you? And all that.
I think I'm pretty consistent.
Yeah.
It's more like I'd be like you. I just wouldn't like anybody to think that I'd put on a half-baked show. I'd hate people, somebody going away. You know, they might not think I'm best singer, or they might have people they like more, but I just always thought, you know, I'd never wanted anybody to go away thinking, oh, he was just neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I like to think everybody thinks, well, he's pretty decent, him. So
yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think everybody just wishes. I always think if I can please 80% of the audience, although you'd love to have 100, but that's never the case. There's always one or two who'll go, you know. And then when I first started out, I used to focus on the people who maybe, you know, like that 20% who go, he's all right, or who was on last week. I can't remember. So you haven't made an impression, I think. And I've always, but now as you get older, you're going, well, if I can please as many as I possibly can, give the best. And you know yourself, you've done it long enough as myself. You come off stage, you know yourself when you've done a good show or not. You feel it.
You feel it from them, don't you?
Yeah, and it's a bit strange at the moment because I know you've done Steve Hanks's, haven't you, recently? That's that's a great event. But isn't it weird where they're all sat down looking at you?
it was a little bit weird, but Steve's new place. His new place is really cozy and really good, and it had a right good atmosphere in spite of all the limitations. Yeah, I had a fabulous night of the week there with it.
Great crowd, great. I mean, Steve and Carol are always a great host as well. I mean, my first one back was at down near Brighton on Sunday. My first one, I went, I'm not match fit for this. You know, this is not good. But they were all. It was like Village Hall, lovely people. I do know probably half of them anyway from different places. And they just sat down. I said, "Oh, you look like the X Factor, but don't press that red button." You know.
I saw you going all that way. Blooming heck.
I know. I thought, well, my first one, it creeps up on me, to be honest with you. I thought, oh, better go and get my guitar strung and whatever. Yeah. But the one local last night, a big shout out to Bernie Birch and all the guy down there at United Services, and that was really good. But it is strange, isn't it, where you're thinking to yourself, they're not dancing. And I that's one of the things, and I know you've done this, where you've done the online streaming gigs, and people have said to me, I said, well, I like an audience, and that for me is that's the thing. And I said to a couple of Americans who've done the sort of living room stream, and they said it's weird. I said, well, just go to the local shop and buy a load of mannequins and get some tape laughter and clapping and whooping and hollering. And they said, hey, I never thought of that. You know? But how have you found it then going online?
I found it quite stressful trying to get it all together, and like you say, just that even though you're doing what you do, it's that, you know, without the audience, it's different again, isn't it? And it was like, it's just weird just talking to a screen, but it's nice once comments start coming. And then you get a bit more of a feel for it then, but it's certainly different. And I always feel great afterwards, but before I get quite nervous before. Half the time wondering whether stuff's going to work all right, and Facebook's going to chop you off and all that stuff. But you know, when it's gone well, it's been right good. It's been.
It's
really
hard,
good.
Isn't it, doing it live? I know I did a live show with Wayne Hadlow on a Sunday now, and at Move, and it's we don't know if it's live or not until somebody texts and goes, "You're not on," you know, or the music's. And you think, oh God, something's happened, you know, and you don't really know, do you? You know, you could have come off your Zoom meeting or your Facebook Live and said, oh, great view of your kneecap. You know, you don't know until somebody says.
No. Because my first one, they were all laughing at me because guitar. Batteries were playing up in guitar.
Oh, right.
In acoustic. And it just started and they went, and it was like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise I was chuntering away, swearing under my breath in the background. And they could hear me changing them, asking Fiona for some. And then I went on screen, but I went in room and I was going, that bloody thing. And, you know, and they could all hear it. They did like it, though.
I'm going to say on this video, I'll have to put some subtitles on when it goes onto YouTube for our American audience to go, what's this chunter? What does that mean?
Yeah, do that.
It means, oh, damn, you know. But yeah, it'd be quite funny because
it'd be muttering to them.
Muttering, yes. But I've, a few people I've talked to and they go, what does that mean? They haven't, you know, and you've come up with with me Lancashire sort of thing. But but they go, what does that mean? You know, muster more than you can muster. You know, it was fun. But but what's in the pipeline for yourself? I mean, obviously getting out on the road a little bit, bits and bobs. But any plans for any new songs?
I've been funny you say that. I've just been looking today at some, you know, words I've got and stuff, and I just focus a bit. I fancy doing some new ones. Yeah, I probably won't do a whole album though. I've noticed in them all. They all just put what they call them singles, don't they? And put out just single songs. Because I spent a fortune on last one. And I can't really afford to go the whole hog again like that. So if I can just put them, just sort of drip feed them out, really, for want of a nicer expression. But I have a few that I think could work.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's very, very interesting what's coming out in the music industry at the sort of top level as well, where they're bringing out, you say, singles, then an EP, then they'll add another one, then another one, and then somewhere down the line, they're saying to me, and we'll collate it all, and we'll bring an album out at the end with a cute couple of extra songs, you know, to try and milk it a little bit, want of a better phrase. I mean, one thing I did years ago, and it was, you know, Lakeside, when Sylvan puts on. You've been there, haven't you? The taster.
No, I've never quite managed that one.
Oh, it's great, and we're all the clubs and everything. But lots of artists, and they said, oh, you can sell, you know, your merch kind of thing, your CDs and stuff. Well, it got me thinking about, I think I've done 4 or 5 CDs or something like that. And I thought to myself, I've made whatever I needed to make on them. Do I really need to get them produced again to sell them and everybody else is selling? So I made like a little A3 leaflet. And on it was a little bit of history, bio of me. But also it said, go onto my website and there's a bit of a collection of songs out of all the albums. Just have them, you know, free of charge. And there was loads of radio people coming on. But something like 20,000 hits a month I was getting on my website. I was like, what? Yeah. And getting gigs off it. So I achieved something different. It was sort of like the latter day Spotify, where it was something for free, you know, but it was, it got the message over, really, you know. But, you know, you're right in what you're saying. There's no money in that kind of media platform anymore, where you know, you might pay your petrol on the way home or something, but if you make a CD, but that's about it, isn't it, really? But it gets
Spotify is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought they got zeros in wrong place. What I got to play,
but
a tenth of a penny. We're like, have they got this wrong? Have they printed it wrong?
Is it Charles Dickens? You know, Charles Dickens is alive and well. You know. But hey, Mr. Scrooge, you know, but like I say, iTunes as well. But I any ones that I've wrote, I just do them live, you know, and then that's all I do them for, really. But yeah, I mean, there was another song, and again, it's just gone out my head. The last song, it was quite a big hit for the line dancers, wasn't it? What was it called?
What, that one of mine?
Yeah.
Oh, God, you've asked something now.
If you can't remember, I've no chance.
I've no chance, have we? You're in the shadow of my mind.
Yes, that was a cracking song. And you kind of gave me the track to that, the backing track, and I milked it as well, you know, and I hoped I did it justice, but it was such a great favourite. And I was redoing all my tracks again, you know, refreshing them all and remixing them all with all this new stuff I've got. And that come across that, I thought, I'm banging that in there. I'm banging that in, no problem.
Kept it in, good lad.
Aye. And somebody else said, who wrote that? Oh, it was me, actually, because they'll forget it was you. But you've been blessed with some great musicians as well, haven't you, along the way, in the likes of Vaquero and the like. You know, so, it's, and you've got your own, haven't you got your own club? Is that still going? Your weekend?
I've got a weekend with my sister. We moved to Blackpool, and it's going to be great. We've got 160 people in at the moment.
And when's that?
It's what's it called now? Oh, Nathan Carter were there a couple of years ago. It's a massive room. It's like the Hilton at Blackpool. Just a sort of North Shore a bit, on about 10 minutes from.
It's not far from the Norbrick. It's not far from the Norbrick. Norbrick's a bit further on, is it? The Hilton.
Yeah, it's well before then, and it doesn't look now. It's just this sort of like red brick building.
Yeah,
modern red brick building, but there's massive car park, which is a big plus to start with, and a massive room. So looking forward to that.
That's where all the politicians go, isn't it? When they do the conferences in Blackpool.
Is it?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've gone all up market on me without me knowing.
Well, something like that.
I remember when you said to me, "Hey, I've been nominated for one of these BCMA awards." You said, "I'll need to get a new suit. I'll need to get a new suit."
Yeah. Oh, I don't think they'll be bothering with me much anymore now.
Hey, you never know. I'm now the official interviewer for the BCMAs. Funny enough. Yeah, that's Wayne Adlow put my name forward without me knowing. So I said, yeah, okay. So this might actually go on there. You never know.
You're a natural, though. You're good. I think you found another little string to your bow here.
Thanks. Yeah. Do you know, I'll be honest with you, Chris. This is something I've wanted to do since being a little boy.
Yeah.
Not the singer. I've always wanted to be a DJ, not a singer. And it was like, I got invited to Radio City in Liverpool with one of the DJs there, and me and some friends, and we did, and I thought, I like this, and so I was quite fortunate. We managed to get a few stations that were interested and stuff. But yeah, I mean, so when did you say the weekend is? Did you need the Hilton in Blackpool?
Yeah.
When is it?
February the 11th to the 13th.
Right. And is there any more room there for people to inquire about?
Well, there's a Facebook post. I put it on. Me and my sister went over just to check we hadn't messed up on how many people and how many we could have, because we were getting so many in. And we went, and it's just a huge room. We mapped it all out. The guys that run the hotel were brilliant. And we can get 250 in, really comfortable. Really, nobody falling over each other and that. And then a big, massive dance floor. It's a huge room. So we're hoping it's going to be really good. Really sort of kickstart the sort of new year sort of weekend thing.
Well, that's good. I mean, good luck with that. I mean, like I said, check on the Facebook. Have you got like an email or something that people can actually inquire with, or if they haven't got Facebook, maybe who's listening to this?
My email it's Chris Raddings at hotmail.com. If anybody wants to get in touch about it,
yeah, why not? I mean, like you said, Have you got what lineup have you got up in the moment?
Well, my sister and my brother-in-law, because they do the old sort of Buttershaw Lane Country Music Club that used to be Mick Sagar's club. They sort of took over the mantle of that because it was such a good club and trying to keep it going. Yeah. And they're just really they just wanted loads of good quality stuff on it. I mean, there's 3 acts in Saturday afternoon. There's 2 on Sunday up to Sunday lunch. Wow. Then 3 at night and 3 on Friday night. There's no skimping on acts. So we've got the Breeze.
Oh yeah.
Haley's, all of them. It isn't just a load of solos. No disrespect to solos. There's plenty of other stuff. Texas Tornadoes, and what I'm really looking forward to, Kezia Gilwick full band.
Yeah, that's something.
So that's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like I said, the Breeze, obviously Gary's no longer with them, but the Breeze are still carrying the flag, aren't they? And still doing their bit, like. And
see how it goes, eh?
Yeah, I think it's all good. But give my regards to everybody there, mate, and thanks for coming on to the show. And I wish you well. And hopefully we'll get a pint of Guinness somewhere along the line.
I'd love that, Paul. Yeah, all the best with everything at your end as well, Paul. I think you're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you, my friend. So you take care.
You too, my mate. Take care.
Bye.
You're in the shadow of my mind. You've gone and left me far behind. You took my dreams from me, true love I'll never find. 'Cause you're in the shadow of my mind. You left me for another man. No longer will you hold my hand. You took my dreams from me, true love I cannot find. 'Cause you're in the shadow of my mind. Oh, baby blue, don't know what to do. You've gone and left, I'm all alone. Oh, baby blue, just can't get over you. 'Cause you're in the shadow of my mind. Don't know what to do. You took my dreams from me, true love I cannot find. 'Cause you're in the shadow